G'day, it's Josh from Boorman Lawyers. Today in this video I want to talk to you about high range drink driving in Queensland. It's also known as drive under the influence of liquor or drugs, and also UIL, under the influence of liquor. Basically, this particular category of drink driving offending is anywhere where an offender has recorded a blood alcohol reading of 0.150 or higher. So anything above 0.150 is categorised and classified as a high range drink driving offence. Now, when it comes to dealing with the most serious categories of drink driving offences, high range drink driving is certainly considered the most serious of offences in Queensland. As always mentioned in all my videos and material, every drink driving matter is dealt with on a case-by-case basis. So in one set of circumstances, you might just be on the cusp of 0.150, pulled over for an RBT. In another set of circumstances, you might be close to 0.3, extremely intoxicated. You might have kids in the car, you might be involved in an accident. So there's a whole range of different facts and circumstances, objectively speaking, which the court will take into consideration when dealing with each matter on a case-by-case basis. So when it comes to the penalties involved for high range drink driving in Queensland, for a first offence, this means where there's no prior offences of a like nature in the last 5 years, then there is a maximum penalty of 9 months in prison. Generally, if there's nothing significantly aggravated about a first offence of high range drink driving, then a person won't receive time in prison. Certainly, jail is always a sentence of last resort in the eyes of the court, but jail time is at the court's disposal, and 9 months is the maximum for a first offence of high range drink driving in Queensland, with a maximum financial penalty of 28 penalty units. In relation to the disqualification, court is obligated to disqualify an offender's driver's licence for a minimum period of 6 months. They cannot give any less than that. The minimum is 6 months. However, the period of disqualification can be increased to a much higher period, and that's at the court's discretion, anywhere up to a lifetime ban or indefinite disqualification. That's rarely seen, especially for a first-time high-range drink driver, but again, that is at the court's discretion. 6 months being the absolute minimum though. And for any high-range drink driving offence, whether it's first, second, third or more, anything above 0.150 means that you are ineligible. You cannot apply for a work license. It's black and white. There's no persuading the court. It's in law. It says anything above 0.150, you cannot apply for a work license. So the stakes are certainly higher once you get into the high range drink driving category. When it comes to a second offence of high range drink driving within a 5-year period, this means you've got a prior drink driving matter within the last 5 years. The maximum penalty is 18 months in prison. That's a maximum penalty, and 60 penalty units for a financial penalty. When it comes to the disqualification period for a second offence, namely a high range drink driving offence, a second offence within the last 5 years, the minimum disqualification period is 12 months off the road. Court can't go any lower than that, but certainly they can go much higher. Again, it's at the court's discretion to disqualify a person anywhere between 1 year through to an indefinite disqualification of a person's licence. Finally, for the category of a third high range drink driving offence within a 5-year period, this means that there's 2 prior drink driving offences in the last 5 years, then the stakes certainly do get a lot higher. There is a maximum period of imprisonment of 18 months, 60 penalty units, and a minimum period of 2 years license disqualification off the road. And again, anything above 2 years can be put in place, but 2 years is the absolute minimum. Now, it is very important to note here with high range drink driving, for very high risk offenders, repeat offenders, and a person who has gone and is on their third high range drink driving offence, and the 2 prior drink driving offences within the last 5 years are both high range. That means in total 3 high range drink driving offences in a 5-year period. Then the law says that there is a mandatory sentence of imprisonment which is forthcoming by the court. The court has to sentence a person to a term of imprisonment. It doesn't always necessarily mean that it has to be full-time custody in a jail. It can be a suspended sentence or a sentence of jail where you are granted immediate parole on the date of court. But certainly the law is black and white. If it's your third high-range drink drive offence within a 5-year period, the court must hand down a period of imprisonment of some sort. So it is very, very high risk. So those are the issues surrounding high-range drink driving in Queensland, and certainly the penalties that are forthcoming for first and a second and third high-range offence within Queensland. If you've got any other sort of questions surrounding these sorts of issues, by all means feel free to give us a call on 1300 941 900 or go along to our website, which is boormanlawyers.com.au. There's a lot of information there on these types of issues and offences and laws. Read up on that, make yourself familiar with the laws, the information, and by all means, if you've got any other questions, give us a call. We're happy to take your calls, answer questions, and if you want to engage us to out for you, we can talk to you about how we go about that as well.
I want to thank you for tuning into Boorman Lawyers today. You can catch us at any of the usual social media platforms. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you've got any questions or queries, please don't hesitate to contact us on 1300 941 900.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning into this video today. I really hope it was informative and helpful for you. There's another couple of videos below that you might want to check out that may be very useful for the process that you might be going through at the moment. Please feel free to like, follow, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel because we've always got fresh new content coming through all the time.